Now, this is a really small town. I've been here for, I don't know, 3 days, and I'm leaving today. But every meal, pretty much, I came to this Burger King because there's nothing else here. I don't eat anything from McDonald's. Not a big fan of Pizza Hut. It's kind of expensive for what you get, I think, because I'm vegan, so it's like I'd have to get like a veggie pizza with no cheese and all that stuff. So every meal I just came here for Burger King. Breakfast, grab some breakfast stuff. Lunch, come back in, get the Impossible. Always getting me an orange juice and stuff. And the lady that works there, like every single time she would be on shift. Like every single time I decided to get a meal from there, because if I didn't eat there, I was eating canned food, or I got soup from one of the gas stations a couple times. They had soup that I had for dinner one night and lunch or something like that. So it's quite the wobble on my car, which is kind of I don't know. You know, when I'm doing these like long hauls and I'm going like I'm just driving like a solid 2+ hours, that's when I start worrying about things, because I feel like that's when something's gonna go wrong. But when I'm like doing DoorDash, I could do an 8-hour shift of driving for DoorDash, and I'm not worried about any of it because I guess I'm stopping so frequently. It's like, well, you know, if something bad were to happen, I could just take care of it. But here, it's like I'd be stranded. You know, I could have gotten something from Subway, but that's also a little bit expensive. So, like I said, this place is small. There's not much here. Every time I would go into the Burger King, people would be talking and like, "Oh, how is your wife? And how I seen your husband the other day. Blah blah blah. How are you? How's the kids? How's the grandkids? So and so just had a new baby. Yeah, you know, it's just like adorable. You know, it's a lot different than a place where nobody knows anybody. I know, like, in West Memphis at that Walmart, a lot of people, they know each other. And, like, I've kind of gotten in where, like, I know a few of the people just because I've shopped there so many times. I went there one time on Black Friday, and it kind of sucked because that was also, like, a voting day, and they got me. So it was unintentional. It was just crazy. I was far away from home. I should have just started coming home instead of dealing with everything else. Where is this place? It says there's a tobacco store here. We're in Hayti, Hayti. They say Hayti, not Haiti. Okay, now it's telling me it's down here. You know, I swear I've been to this tobacco store before, so this is like kind of familiar. Anyways, yeah, West Memphis. I went there on Black Friday, and I needed to get back to vote, but I needed a laptop for some other reason, so I stopped there, and they had a laptop, and as I was walking out the door, she was like, it wasn't Black Friday yet, it was like approaching, I guess. It had to be a Thursday, anyways, because it was voting day. But as I was leaving, she's like, hey, you can get this Chromebook for like, it was like dirt cheap, and I was like, oh shit. So I got the Chromebook, and I tried to return the original laptop that I bought, but they wouldn't take it back, so I just kept that one. They're like, we can't buy it and return it in the same day. So I just ended up keeping it, because it took them so long to give me the Chromebook, and I needed the laptop. That was the point. I had to wait on them to give me the Chromebook for some reason, because it was like a Black Friday type deal. So anyways, she knew me from that because she works in the electronic department, and I was asking her, you know, like, which store are we in, and she's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, because I wasn't from there, so I didn't know. But now when I go in there, she seems to recognize me a little bit more, because I got my oil change there one time, and I was trying to buy stuff, and she's like, oh, you eat this fake meat stuff? Is it any good? And I'm like, it's okay. And she seemed interested in it, and she's like, I just don't know if I'd like it. And then my card declined, and I was like, you know what, I can't even buy it anyways. So she had to put it back on the shelf. Yeah, but that lady at Burger King, she was like, "Oh hey, I guess you're gonna come back for lunch too." I was like, "Actually, no. I think I'm going to a different city. I might be back in a few weeks though." She's like, "All right, we'll come back and see me." I mean, that was no. It wasn't a weird like sexual thing. It was just like, she's a nice person. I'm a nice person. I went in there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like at least 2 of those meals every single day that I've been here. So she's used to seeing me and used to me getting my little whoppers and whatnot. I could stay till lunch, but I don't really feel like it. And now that I've like told her no, I'm gonna be gone, I kind of don't want to stay for lunch. But yeah, I thought that was fun. And I've been I got OnlyFans. Ooh, OnlyFans. Are you interested in my OnlyFans? I got an OnlyFans account now, guys. And I did a photo shoot. I did a few photo shoots in the bathroom because like I had to submit my ID, and they want you to have a picture of you holding your ID in front of a blank wall, so I can't exactly do that in my car. So it's just one of those bathrooms. It's like a single person, one toilet, one urinal, one sink, lock the door, you're alone. um, they have men's and women's. I was never like super busy or anything like that, so I would just go in and do my business and then take some pictures in the mirror. And with the Google Pixel, what's really neat is it has that magic erase thing, so I was able to erase the toilet out of the background just because like I don't want toilet to be associated with my profile. So I was able to freshen it up by doing that. And then yeah, so I mean I was able to use the mirror and stand in front of the mirror and take some good pictures to get my page started. I have 2 people that are subscribed to my page. One of them has said that we've talked in the past on Snapchat, and the other one I haven't heard back from yet because I texted him like crazy early this morning asking him what he's interested in, if he likes feminine or masculine. Because I want to know, what my customers are coming to me for. If they're like, "Oh, dude, I want to see your big dick clit," and I want to, like, I'm not sure what all I can say on this, but we're gonna find out. I want to see you, dude. I want to see your muscles, bro. I like your abs, dude. You look so good. Oh, I love your hair. That's nice. I like the pubes. That's a different kind of like content that I'd be providing than somebody who's like, "Oh god, I want to fuck you, bitch. I want to see your pussy. Like, are you gonna shave that thing or what?" Like those are completely different crowds. So I want to know, like, going in, what the person is expecting, because I don't want to send the guy that wants, feminine pictures, a masculine picture, and scare him away. I think if I have a guy that likes the masculine side and I show him the feminine side, he'd probably still would like that. But when it comes to the guys that are looking just for feminine, I don't want to scare them off with the masculine, but also I like doing the masculine. So asked him, and so it's $15 a month. I got 2 subscribers so far, and that's obviously a month by month basis. I'm not expecting these people to continuously subscribe every single month. They're probably just going to subscribe for 1 month and see what they can get out of it, and then move on to someone else. So that's fine. I think that's probably the nature of the game when it comes to OnlyFans. From what I've been hearing, I've been watching so many videos on it and like how it works and how people are doing it, and there's all this like stuff you have to learn and everything, and like I'm just taking it step by step. I've uploaded some like promotional videos and stuff to like my TikTok, and promotional pictures to my Instagram and Facebook and stuff. So I'm hoping that people will come in. I've been seeing, cause like on Facebook stories and stuff, you can see who has seen the story. And I've seen some guys that had sexual interest in me back in college looking at my picture. Like, they never look at my story either. That's not like, oh, they check my story every day. It was like, I hadn't seen them check my story since college, and now all of a sudden, now that I have a picture that says I'm naked on my story, they opened it up. So I think that's interesting. I'm hoping that they'll pull through and grab some subscriptions there. I think there's probably a lot of people in my life that I've collected over time that would be interested in that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like, I have the Snapchat thing going. So I've had this whole like fan base built up, basically, where forever ago, I started going on these little chat sites where it's just a text form. You can send pictures. It's pretty much anonymous. You make up a little username. You go on there. You send pictures. Guys are sending dick pics. People come on there and I would send pictures and stuff, and they'd message me, and I would be like, hey, I have a Snapchat if you want to stay connected, and then add them on Snapchat. And every now and then I would throw a picture on Snapchat for people. A lot of the people would end up deleting me, but I mean, there's still a lot that are on there. So all of those people. And then Grinder, I've started funneling people over my Grinder over to my Snapchat, because that's where I can share my OnlyFans information at. Now, I've heard of people getting banned from Snapchat for promoting OnlyFans, and I've heard of people getting banned from Instagram for doing it and all this other stuff. So I think it just depends on like how you're doing it, and I'm kind of flying under the radar with how I'm doing things. And if I get banned from Snapchat or something, it really isn't the end of the world. I feel bad for that dog. God damn, that just ruined my day. She probably had some sort of infection in her tits, and that's why they're all swollen like that. She probably just gave birth to a litter of puppies. She's probably a stray. Looks like she's trying to get someone to help her. She's likely to get shot. That's one thing I hate about places like this, is the animal abuse. They think it's completely acceptable that, and nobody has any money. They can't really even help themselves or help their families. They can't even feed their own kids. They're not gonna bring in a dog. It's sad. But yeah, as far as OnlyFans goes, I think it's gonna be well. I think it's gonna do well. I tell you, I was banned from Reddit because of a stupid reason. So I posted a snapshot of somebody had left these crazy instructions on how to find their apartment. Something about turn past the Planet Fitness and it'll be behind the Family Dollar, and go past the hotel, but it's before the gas station, the Exxon, not the Shell. It's just like all this. It was like a page worth of just bullshit. And when I got there, it was like all I had to do was follow the GPS. All those instructions were stupid and useless. So I posted a screenshot of it on Reddit. It didn't have any personal information, but the person did put their gate code in it or something, and they had said something like, they were like, you're gonna go to the gate directory and look up such and such, or use the gate code, and then gave me the gate code. I'm like, why didn't you just give me the code? Like, why? Whatever. Like, gates are weird, so that's fine. But like all the other instructions were weird. But it was like a partial of a last name. It was like the first part of their last name or something, and it was kind of easy to guess what the full last name would be. But there was no first name, there was no addresses, there was nothing. But I think the fact that it had the gate code, which was a number, and then like part of a last name, they thought that I was giving out personal information, so they banned me from Reddit. So I can't advertise on Reddit, but I've heard of people advertising on there and doing pretty well. So I'm going to look into other platforms. I'm not sure how like Discord works. I know that's more of a gaming anyways, but Twitter, I've been on Twitter, and I haven't used Twitter in a really long time, but I got on there and I started following a bunch of other trans guys that also do OnlyFans and commenting on their stuff. So maybe like other people who also like them will see my comments on their stuff and then come to my page and see that I have an OnlyFans and subscribe and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, I'm proud of myself for having 2 subscribers so far, and I'm gonna continue on doing it. And basically, for right now, because I don't have a home or anything, most of my photo shoots are probably gonna be in bathrooms, as I do DoorDashes throughout the day. And then also I'm gonna, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if I make enough money from this, I could get a hotel room, right? Like if somebody's like, you know, feeling really generous and they see the situation of like, oh, you're living in your car, hey, I'll give you $300 to get a hotel room for a couple nights or for a night or whatever it cost. And then I could do a photo shoot there, and then hopefully that would bring in more revenue overall. So that's the goal, is to get something like that going. With, you know, Rover, I probably, if I had like a client and I was in their house, I probably wouldn't want to do any photo shoots in their house, just because I'm very aware of the fact that like I'm likely on camera even in bathroom, bedroom areas, just because they care about the safety of their dogs, you know, and they're, in their minds, they think somebody could come in and hurt their dog in the bathroom. So we need to make sure that we have cameras set up. So I'm not saying that people do that. They're not supposed to do that. I'm not accusing anybody of doing that. I'm just saying, just in case, I'll probably just keep it to myself. But I could also find like secluded areas to park at and do shows in my car and stuff. If people are into that, you know, like car guys and stuff or whatever. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like, I really wanted to talk about the Burger King thing, I think, because that was so interesting. Like, every single time I'd go in there, she would be there working. Like, you know, normally if you frequent a place, it's going to be a different shift, right? Like, it's going to be different people working, and even if that same person is working there, they're probably doing something different when you come in. But every time I came in, she ran the register, she made the food. I mean, like, some of her coworkers would do stuff like if I ordered a Impossible Whopper, they would start the Whopper for her. But like coming in buying breakfast food, she would just get it herself, because it was like only a few people working there. And sometimes I'd walk in and they'd just be sitting in the lobby just chilling, and I'm like, is the lobby open? And they're like, oh yeah, of course. And they all get up to go work, and she's like, it's okay, I got it, guys, it's just one. And just not a lot of people, I guess. Every time I go in there, like on a Sunday, there's always like church people in there. And that's the last time I went in there, last time I was here in this town, city. I went in there on a Sunday, and everybody was in their Sunday best, and I was in sweatpants, and they were all giving me the side eye, like, why are you dressed like that? But, I mean, because they were wearing like suit and tie, nice dresses, that kind of thing. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go now, because this video is getting a little bit lengthy, and I would like to go into this tobacco store and buy some wraps so I can wrap up some weed and head on my little merry way to the bank, and then go from there. Life is complicated, but if you just look at it as what's the next step, you can manage it. You know, like what the very next step, that's really the only thing you need to know in life. You don't need to know the next step after that. You don't need to know the step in tomorrow or next week. You need to know your next move. What is your next move? And honestly, even if you don't know it, unless it's like a life or death type of situation, probably doesn't even matter. But I would recommend, you know, if you want to make progress and get things done, just the next step. Because then you get that done and you might realize, well, I thought the step after that would be such and such. You don't have to worry about all that, and you can just go from there. You know, just next step, do such and such, and then go from there. Because tomorrow is a new day. Things could change between now and 10 minutes from now. You never know. I always like to say, you know, tomorrow I could be a billionaire, or tomorrow I could go to prison. You never know.